Hi guys, listen, it's been a minute. It's been a minute, okay? I still love you. I hope you still love me. And I want to come and apologize for missing videos for a couple of weeks. This is going to be really raw. I'm not really going to do any editing or anything fancy. I just want to talk for a moment and give you guys my thoughts. So again, this is not going to be like a real video this week, obviously, because you can see the setup going on. It's really kind of like we just out here after work. Part of the reason that I haven't recorded a video for a couple of weeks, I'm going to put it into three categories, right? One is I've been dealing with some changes going on in my body and I've been trying to like figure that out. That's like the least of the reasons that I have. The next reason is, so side note, with these changes in my body, normal things, but it's bringing with it some symptoms and things that I've never experienced before. So I'm trying to figure out this life, you know what I'm saying? So I've been getting things like migraines, vestibular migraines, like the kinds that make you dizzy but without pain, and just a lot of random things happening that I'm trying to what is the word, like get under control, right? The second reason is I haven't really had motivation to make a video. Now I'm someone who has been kind of actively trying to grow out of needing to be motivated to do anything. There have been plenty of times where I've made videos for this channel and I wasn't necessarily not necessarily motivated to make a video, but I still did it anyway. And that comes from my journey with fitness, where I have learned this thing where it's like, just get up and do it. Don't worry about motivation, just be consistent. So that's been kind of the name of the game for this channel. It's just being consistent. We're building something. You're not always going to feel like it. So I am not really even trying to use that as an excuse, but I think that the third reason, which is the major reason, motivation ties into that. Because I think that the reason that there has been kind of a lack of motivation, aside from the physical things going on with me, is the fact that I'm starting to feel like I want to be able to add more value to you, to your life. I want this channel to provide value, and I'm in a place where I want to figure out how to do that. And I'm not sure that the videos that I have been doing up to this point have really been adding the type of value that I want. And the challenge is that the way that I work with my coaching clients is really, really dependent on them, their stories, their needs, right? But when you're trying to do a YouTube channel, especially in this niche or this genre, like there are some other writing coaches that I follow that are great, and I use their advice. Listen, I'm like, that is a great tip. Thank you. And the way that they do their channel is they offer general writing advice, right? Really good tips, things that they've seen as they've worked as a writer or have helped other writers or done editing and things like that. And I really love their advice. But what I've known ever since I was starting this channel at the beginning is that is not necessarily what I want to do. That's not necessarily the lane that I want to be in for this niche. It's always been focused on learning through doing. You know, it's always been, let's do story together. And because I'm very much a person who learns by doing. So it's not my jam to try to give general advice, and that makes adding value to you guys, for you guys, a little bit difficult, because the way I work is so specific, but the advice that I give, and the advice that I give is so specific to a particular question that is probably not going to be relevant to what you're working on. So I'm trying to figure out what the best course of action is. Forgive me, I'm just like all in my hair and it's messing up, whatever. It's real rap raw, okay? I'm trying to figure out what the best course of action is for my channel moving forward. Things that I'm considering, or a thing that I'm considering is kind of focusing more on short form content as opposed to the longer videos. Not only is that kind of what I hear, is that that's kind of what is pushed more so in the algorithm, which I don't really care about that, to be honest. I didn't necessarily start this channel to try to have a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel. It's not something that I ever expected to have. I don't necessarily expect that I will have that. Part of the reason that I started this channel was to have a portfolio of me doing this, being a writing coach, a story coach, rather, not a writing coach as much, but like a story coach, so that when, so I can establish myself in this industry, right? If there is an industry for story coaching, so that if people are looking for me, I do have a presence. If somebody needs a story coach, and if they feel like they can vibe with my personality and they like kind of the way I think, then there's something that they can reference to see, okay, is this somebody that I want to reach out to work with, right? So that was the purpose of me starting this, is to launch my story coaching business and having a portfolio of work that I can use to legitimize myself, right? So it wasn't ever like I'm trying to do YouTube as a source of income. And if it becomes that, that's fantastic. I would love that. That'd be great. So all that is to say, I'm not really, really concerned with what the algorithm is pushing. But I am, I am open to experimenting with shorter form content. I've done a little bit, but what I've done, girl, my mucus will not let me be great forever. What I have done, which you guys have seen if you watch this channel, when I have done short form, it's basically cutting the salient points out of my longer videos. And I am kind of a talker, as you can see, so I'm not sure how well I will do trying to make pure short form content. And I also need to decide what is the type of value that I want to add, because there are different types of value, right? Am I trying to add like educational value? Am I trying to teach you something, which I've already kind of expressed is not necessarily what I want to do, purely teaching? Or do I want to add entertainment value, like try to entertain you in some way, which hopefully I can do both. But what does that entertainment look like for this particular channel, right? What I'm trying to do on this channel. Does that look like writing snippets, little short stories like I did? I don't think I posted them individually in the shorts, but in one of my videos, I did show these short little story snippets that I did that were based off of a word of the day definition. So my friends and I were doing word of the day, getting definitions, and then the way I wanted to kind of get the definition is to use it in a story, right? Make a little short story around it, and then kind of it expanded unexpectedly for me and one of my friends. So now it's an actual book series that we are working on off and on, because everybody got lives, jobs, families, all those things, right? And I do have some, bless God, thank you Jesus, I do have some clients that I am working with through my trying to be a creative BFF, right? I'm doing different things with each client, but it all flows out of creative BFF. General, it all touches some story coaching and things like that, but there's different focuses for these clients. But yeah, I don't know if I've made a whole lot of sense. So the TLDR, even though I have held you captive here if you've watched this, is I want to find a way to create value with this channel. What I need to figure out is, what does that value look like? And I need to come up with a plan for how to do that. And I want to experiment with using short form to do that. I have a list of ideas that I made even before I started my channel. And there are a lot of ideas of things that I want to do that I feel like would be fun that I haven't yet done, just because of like my schedule and what I think that those things would require time-wise and things like that. And it's been a long time since I created a backlog of videos. So I will probably, and this is proof of I don't really care that much about the algorithm, because this would be a really bad idea if I was trying to stay in the algorithm and really, really build an audience and things like that. I love that you guys are here. The ones who are here, thank you so much. My babies, my besties, thank you. But I'm probably going to take some time away, and I'm hoping that past procrastinating Ashley will not come out, and that I will actually sit down and spend time and try to work through what the channel is going to look like now, because it has been a year and some months since I've started this channel, and I was very consistent pretty much for the whole year. I think right as I was coming up on a year, I had like a week or so that I needed to miss, probably for the holidays or something like that, but it was pretty consistent up to that point. And I think that now is a good time before, if I'm gonna get more than 60 people, 69 people in this audience on this channel, now would be the time before anybody else comes for me to try to figure out what are we doing here. You know, if you have any suggestions of things that you would like to see from me, or you know, ways that I can add value to you, please let me know. But yeah, so this is going to be the video for this week. Obviously, it's not a, you know, answering a question from Reddit or doing an activity. Also, you know, I haven't touched it since my last videos, but I do kind of still want to like play with this visual novel stuff. I'm kind of feeling like, since it's springtime right now as I'm recording this, springtime is kind of generally when I feel like I want to start and finish a project, right? A few years ago when I did the coloring book with the novel, like the story-based coloring book that I did, The Outliers, it's on Amazon, you can find it. That was like the work of like a month or something, and I was very much focused on, I want to do this coloring book, I have a production schedule, and I'm finishing it, and when I published it probably within a month or about a month. So this is the time of year that I did that, and I always feel like springtime is when I want to, you know, do a project and have something in my hands, have a finished product in my hands, right? So I've been playing around with that. I don't know, would there be value in me, if I do start a project, showing the process of that? I think that there are people who would get value out of that, but I'm wondering how I can present that to you in a way that's interesting and compelling. Because a lot of the process of me doing something is me sitting there quietly and thinking and drawing, or whatever the case may be, right? So I will probably take some more time away. I don't know how long it is. I know that it's very easy. I'm kind of hesitant to do it because I know it's very easy to just let stuff continue to slide, and then it's been a year before I come back. I hope that's not the case. It's kind of like, it feels kind of like a webtoon. They're taking a break. Season 1 is finished, and now the artists are taking a little well-deserved break. I'm not saying that I deserve it, but like the artists take a well-deserved break, and they go and figure out the season 2, and they start producing it and create their backlog and, you know, bring it out in some whatever number of months it takes for them to do it. So that's, oh, sorry, the lighting got crazy. That's why I'm sitting back like this, because there's a window above my head. But anyway, I somehow intended, I stretched this video that I intended to be like a few minutes to 15 minutes. I apologize for that. Sorry, not sorry. You know, I like to talk. So hopefully I will see you soon. Now I'm saying that it's going to be, I'll probably take some time away. Who knows? Next week I might be like, oh, I have a video that I want to do. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Even if I do a video next week, I'm still going to be in this process of trying to think more deeply about this channel. You know, even if it's like, do I continue with the channel? I don't feel like I want to let it go. But I also don't feel like I want to waste your time or my time creating stuff that's not actually adding value in some way. You know, even if it's not some kind of value, entertainment, helping you with your writing, you know, encouragement. I don't know what the value is, but I need to figure out how to do that. So hopefully I'll be back sooner rather than later with a new lease on life, girl, you know, a new direction or a more firm, solid, you know, good direction for the channel. Anyway, love you. Listen, enjoy your week. This is not Friday. I'm going to put this up right when I'm recording it. And I hope to see you soon. Again, if you have any suggestions of stuff that you would like to see, let me know. And I love you. See you next time, bestie.